Hey, what's up everybody? How you guys doing? This is Oscar with Third Pedal Foxbodies. Welcome back to the channel. This is a complete update on what's been going on with the Foxbodies. So I'm gonna turn the camera around real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. The 1988 Notchback and the 1992 GT. Well, to make a long story short, I haven't uploaded a video in such a long time. And the reason for that is I've been working really hard every day. And I really haven't had much time to work on the cars. And the other reason is it's been scorching hot out here in Phoenix, Arizona. So I haven't really had time to come out and just kind of put time into the cars. So with work and things going on in life, it just gets a little tough. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the 88 Notch because this car is having some issues. This car is having some big time issues. I want to go over them with you. So as you guys can see, give me a second guys while I remove the hood and we'll open up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right guys, so here it is, 88 Notchback. This car has only been running twice since I bought the car. And the reason for that is because when I first bought the car, it had a major gas leak back here, which was a gas line that I fixed. And then the other thing, it had a gas leak it was leaking. So we took the car out for a spin, everything was great. And then all of a sudden the car shut off. So first person that came out, I'm not very mechanically inclined. The first person that came out told me it was a distributor. And then they told me it was the TPI sensor. Then they told me it was a coil. So I bought a bunch of stock parts, threw them in the car. And after I threw them in the car, nothing happened, there was no spark. So it came down to the conclusion that the problem with the car was the computer. So it took me some time. So after we put the computer in there, we realized that we had spark, but the spark would go on and off, on and off. So when we check for spark, sometimes it'll show up, sometimes it wouldn't show up. So then we figured it had to do something with the switch, the ignition switch. So the last person that came out to look at the car, they were supposed to come out to help me do the timing on the car, because since I got the computer and they told me that was a problem, I thought that by the car being in timing, everything would work. Now, the reason why the car was out of time was because I took out the distributor myself when they told me that it was potentially the distributor, and then I couldn't find cylinder number one. And me being not too savvy with the mechanics, which is, I'm still learning, I'm trying to learn how to do this stuff on my own, but at this time, I just wanted the car running. So I called somebody else, they put it in timing, and the problem that we had was there was no pulsation on the injectors. But before we get further into that, I want to show you guys the problem with the switches. So let me open up the car right here. Excuse the mess in here. I just started bringing in a bunch of parts. So as you guys can see, 88 tilt. The ignition switch, this switch is completely beat up. It is gone. And somebody decided to put some of these type of switches in the car. And when we finally put the car in timing, the problem that we were having was that sometimes we would have spark, other times we wouldn't have spark. So we figured it has something to do with the switches. So once we figured out the switch situation, I was just so desperate, and I thought that the person that came out really wasn't too sure about working on Foxbodies. He was just a general mechanic. And I figured somebody's gonna know more. So I reached out to Cal's Custom. If you guys don't know him, please follow him on social media. I'll link his page and his YouTube channel. I reached out to him and he told me about some grounds that it could be. So I looked for those grounds, everything was fine. Reached out to a few other buddies of mine that gave me some pointers. So then finally I was so desperate enough that I went on OfferUp. I went on OfferUp looking for a Foxbody mechanic out here in Arizona, because there isn't many people that I know out here, and I figure I got to do something, right? So we found what might have shorted out the computer, and I'm going to turn it around so I can show you guys what it is. So as you guys can see, this wire here is probably what shorted out the computer. From the car bouncing up and down the first drive I took it in, that made a spark, and that's probably what caused the computer to short out. Now, why is that a problem? It's a major problem because now I'm thinking that this car has some electrical issues that are probably hidden under. Like I said, I purchased this car at a very good price, but anytime you purchase something at a very fair price, it's gonna come with its issues. I was really excited when I bought the car because it was a running car. The only issues that it had was the fuel lines that were leaking, the rear fuel line, and the fuel line that's right behind the intake. Now that right there is one of my biggest concerns. So this update is to update everybody on what's been going on with this car, and hopefully in the next couple weeks we're gonna figure out how to fix that, and we're gonna figure out timing on the car, and then finally we're gonna try to see if this bad boy will start up again. Now, when the second person that came out to help me put the car in timing, they put fuel in we put fuel in the car, we put a little bit of starting fluid in there, and the car did start up for about 3 seconds. Obviously there's no fuel, the injectors aren't turning on, so there's no fuel running, and now we know why. That right there is our problem. So I wanted to update everybody. It's been a while since I made a YouTube video, but I'm really excited for this car. Honestly, like, Foxbodies for me are really fun cars. They take my mind off of things on the day-to-day. I wish I could be driving it already, but you know, patience is a virtue. I gotta be patient with it. I want this car to be right so that I can really enjoy it long term. And let me take you guys on a quick walk around so you guys can see. So I had somebody come out too as well, and they did a light polish on the paint, and I think they, you know, as far as the paint goes, it's not too bad. It actually has some good shine to it. Obviously, living here in Arizona, there's a lot of dust. I need to get a good car cover for it, because after we did the light polish on the car, I decided to put these over it because I didn't have anything else. And yeah, this is the car, you know. So I'm gonna be doing a separate video on why this is probably the most hated Foxbody on the internet, and I'm gonna explain why, but I'm gonna do a secondary video explaining why this is the most hated Foxbody in the. But anyways, so that's the issue with the 88. Now, if you guys got a quick glimpse of the 92 GT, let me tell you guys, we have been picking up a few really cool parts. So we picked up a used Cervini hood, which is a big score because we got a really good deal on a 2.5-inch hood. We also got some Cobras, you know, wrapped in some really cool 315-inch tires in the back. If you guys know about these tires, these Toyo 888s, man, you know these are some real cool. So we picked up these Cobras. We're gonna be redipping them, probably the same color black. We haven't really moved this car either. We got big plans for it. I recently bought a Pro Chamber, a Mac Pro Chamber for the exhaust to finally complete the exhaust. Now I have the mufflers, now I have the Pro Chamber H-pipe, and we have a bunch of other parts that I've been accumulating. I got parts in the car. As you guys can see, I got a lot of Foxbody parts in there. I finally got the back seats in the car. I sourced those out. Guys, everything that I sourced for this car has either been right around $100 or under $100. So This is my budget build, and after I get it running, after we wash it again, after I put all the interior parts in it, I'm gonna be doing a breakdown on how much it actually cost me at the moment. But I'm gonna say, guys, this car with everything in it, all the parts I've already purchased, is still under $6,000. And that's amazing for a notchback. The car isn't perfect by all means, but if you guys know about Foxbodies, you know these things are going up in value, and I'm excited for what's to come. So anyway, guys, I don't want to ramble and keep going over and over things again. That's what's going on with the Foxbodies. That's what's going on with my projects. If you guys would like to follow, subscribe, share, and you guys want more content like this, please put it down in the comments. Guys, if you guys know about these electrical issues or what to look out for, please put it down in the comments. Believe me, I'm not too mechanical savvy. I know some things, I know some stuff. I want to start working on my own car. You know, I do need help from time to time. I think we all need help when we really don't know what we're doing. I'm not afraid of trying things, but at the same time, you know, I like people that have expertise in it to come in and give me their honest opinion. Tell me what I can do, just like Cal Custom, just like my boy Nene. They're always helping me out. Anytime I got a question, they're there, they answer, and man, I really appreciate it. So check their stuff out, you know, like I said, and we'll see you guys on the next video. This is Oscar with Third Pedal Foxbody.